We won, so that was good. I thought Jaquan's charge really changed the game in the second half. We were struggling getting stops, and Jaquan's charge changed. And then Doug's energy was great. Justin Tillman's energy was great. Those three, particularly Doug and Tillman, really altered the course of the game for us, allowed us to pull away. And I was really proud of Doug. He's been putting in a lot of hard work. He's been doing his details, shooting every day, working on it every day, and I told him eventually it would come. I thought it would. I predicted it a couple weeks ago. I'm a couple weeks late, but I knew eventually it would come. Tillman's been working. You know, he does a good job cleaning up that garbage around the rim. You know, he finishes everything down there within 3 or 4 feet. Great activity level, great energy level. That's how we measure how good he's playing, and he did. He certainly did a nice job tonight.
What's been the difference for the offense? I mean, you guys are a juggernaut lately.
Well, we finally got some flow to what we're doing, and we take really good shots for the most part. I mean, Doug's shot there at the end was pretty poor. I don't really remember another poor shot. I mean, a couple of I think 3 of our turnovers were offensive fouls, 3 illegal screens, 2 on ball screens, 1 on the cross screen that we had wide open. We didn't even need the illegal screen. All I had to do is throw the ball in there to him, a counter on one of our basic plays. But, I mean, you know, if you don't turn the ball over, Jaquan spraying the ball around, 8 assists, 1 turnover, pretty good. You know, we got guys who can make plays, guys who can make shots, and when you got that, you know, it's good. They got to, you know, I mean, I'm not calling as many sets. We're just playing out of our motion, our ball screen motion, and you know, we kind of pre-read everything in the scouting report for them, and they've executed it really well. The throws, the plays that were there tonight are totally different than what was there against Richmond. You know, Richmond, we were driving them off the switches. Tonight, we were trying to drive them off the throwbacks. You know, and then we'll see what St. Bonaventure does, and our guys are doing a nice job of applying what we talk about.
When Duquesne started getting the foul trouble with their big man, was you were charged just to keep going into the paint, or just?
Yeah, we wanted to. I thought we were soft in the paint tonight. I didn't think we were very good in the paint. Thought we got. I mean, I wasn't real happy with how we played overall, to be honest. But I mean, yeah, we wanted to go into paint, but I mean, you got post deep in the paint. You got to act like you want the ball down there. We were catching outside the paint, and I didn't think we took near enough advantage of that. I thought 16 offensive rebounds is way too many to give up. At one point, 17 of their 23 second-half points were off second-chance points off their rebounds. You know, one thing I'll give this team, we've competed hard all year, probably with the exception of the last 10 minutes of that Georgia Tech game. I thought Duquesne competed harder than we did today. That's a problem, and so we got to get that fixed. I know it looks nice. We won. We put 90-some-odd points on the board and all that, but that's a recipe for disaster if we don't get that fixed and quick.
Your guys came in and said they thought they were outplayed and out-hustled and beaten to more 50-50 balls and stuff.
I would agree.
And you won by 22 points. What does that kind of say about where you guys are and what kind of?
Well, it's you know, offensively we can score the ball, we share the ball, we're good on offense, pretty good on offense. But the reality is that we're not going to score 94 points every night. All right. At some point, you got to sit down and be able to guard and get stops and get some tough rebounds and do those sort of things. I mean, you know, you can't. You know, we dodged a bullet tonight with Micah Mason. We let him score 5 points before the first media because we didn't switch right. And you give him 5 points. I mean, you dodge a bullet. You give a really good player like him 5 points. He could go for 35 in a game. You're playing with fire, and you know, we can't do that. We can't do it. It's going to catch up to you at some point. Now, we were at home tonight. The crowd was into it. We appreciate all the fans coming with the weather and everything. But, I mean, it's going to catch up to you. And I mean, yeah, we can sit here and talk about we're 6-0 and whatever our overall record is and all this junk. But, we ain't, you know, we're not going to be talking about that if we don't clean that stuff up and quit. So I would agree. We had, in the first half, we had the ball 2 or 3 times, and they just took it from us and laid it in. I know they scored 4 points on baskets, and I think another 3 out of 4 free throws on balls that we had in our hands. They just took from us, out-scrapped us, out-toughed us, out-competed us. And when you do that, I mean, you know, we can sit here and look happy because we won, or we can look at reality. And I choose to look at reality. A lot of people don't like reality.
Now,
I mean, we got slipped on a under baseline out of bounds play again, and it's the usual suspects. It's the same guys every time. I'm going to start subbing guys out.
Do you have to temper the way you present that after a win?
No. I didn't temper it one bit in there. Got after him. I got after him. Like we just lost. Should have heard the hallway. Surprised you couldn't hear it down here. No, we're not. I mean, we're not into pumping sunshine now. I mean, you got to live in reality or it's going to catch you. Do you want to win the league or not? You want to keep winning or not? I mean, you can't get complacent. You got to keep the pedal to the metal. And that's not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. And I'm probably one of the few people that thinks that. But guess what? My opinion matters. But, I mean, 17 out of 23 points. Give them credit, man. They play hard. They play hard. They're physical. They play hard. I mean, we talked to our guards about blowing up ball screens. Coulter just missed shots tonight. We were going under the ball screens. We don't want to get over top the ball screens. We're lucky he just missed tonight. Some players ain't going to miss. That's going to catch up to us if you don't fix it. It's going to catch up to us. But like you said, we did win by 20. We put up 90 points. I mean, it's great. Some guys are happy. They scored a lot and, but all that sort of thing. But when you're in there, you got to do your job.
On the bright side does Tillman have just remarkable touch around the basket?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Tillman saved us tonight. Tillman, Doug, and Jaquan's charge saved us tonight. I mean, it was like a 10 or 11-point game when Jaquan gets the charge. I mean, we didn't get a turkey the whole first half. We didn't get 3 straight stops the entire first half. We talked about coming out to start the second half. We didn't compete hard, get stops, and then first play of the game, first play of the second half, they miss it, long rebound, they get it, kick it out, 3 points. Starts the whole half, sets the tone for the entire half. But yeah, Tillman plays hard. He got in foul trouble in the first half, and that limited him. But, when he's playing with energy and playing behind the defense like that, it's part of the reason the offense is better. We hide him back there instead of putting him out on the perimeter, and teams have got to either pay attention to him, and if you pay attention to him, then we can just drive it right down Main Street and lay it in. Or if you don't pay attention to him and you're too worried about the ball, our guards are good at just tossing that thing up there to him. I mean, he's a special athlete. That lob play we ran against the zone out of the timeout, you got to go. They're not a lot of people genetically that can go catch that thing. I mean, that thing was up there.
Coach, the way your guys came in here, it seems like your post-game message was received.
Good.
Not complacent. 9 in a row. I mean, what does that tell you about these guys that they've won 9 in a row? Everyone out here is talking about how great they are.
Well, I think who was in here?
It was Jaquan, Doug and Mo.
Yeah, I would expect those guys. We got some other guys who need to get the message, so I think those guys got the message. And like I said, Jaquan's been playing well. He's the reason 11 points, 8 assists, 1 turnover. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, who would have thought that, when we left Madison Square Garden, right? I mean, who would have thought that? Let's be real. So, tremendous. He studies film. He's working hard. I mean, I really got very few complaints about that. Mo did a pretty good job. I thought, he got some nice, some nice dunks. He looks like, at the end of the half, that thing looked like you're on a Nerf goal. Tears that thing down. But he did some nice things. But we got to be able to establish him in the post. We haven't since the St. Joe's game. We haven't really been able to establish him down there. We need more from Hamdi. He needs to post harder and get in there and give us more. We need more from some guys. And it's my job to push guys to be their best. I'm not going to let us settle for mediocrity. And hopefully they got that message. They know I care about them. I love them. I want this team to be successful. And that's the lens I look through everything from. I mean, we could play really, I sat in here after the Cincinnati game and we lost, and you guys probably thought, golly, he thought we must have won the way he was in here talking. Like, I live in reality. I knew then, hey, we're moving, this train's down, we're on the right track now. I know now we ain't on the right track. We're off the tracks. So I got to get the train back on the right track. Our 9 in a row will be first loss on Sunday or on Saturday.
What kind of unique challenges do the Monties?
I got great guard play. They got 3 really good guards. They got 3 really good guards who can score the ball. You see, they scored 61 points in the second half last night. 61 points is a clinic. Talk about our offense. My goodness, Matt. I mean, their offense was a clinic. We let them get out in transition. I mean, now Duquesne, give them credit, man. They run the floor hard. They play fast. Coach Ferry does a tremendous job with them. They're much improved from when I was in the league last time. I mean, he does a great job. But And Coach Schmidt does an awesome job too. He runs as good a sets as anybody in the league. Gets those guys open, gets those guys free for shots, and we got to guard better. We got to guard better for the entire game. We talk about giving great effort and competing and stuff like that. We got to do it. Got to do it.
Coach, in your opinion, on a night like tonight where you win by 20, but you feel like your team has gotten thoroughly outplayed now, hustle. What do you think is this team's ceiling going forward, especially when you get more so into bigger competitions?
I don't know about our ceiling. I mean, I worry about tomorrow. I mean, I don't know what our ceiling is. I don't like to put ceilings on things. So, I mean, we just got to get better tomorrow. That's what we need to do. I get what you're asking. We won by 20, and I'm mad. So, what's going to happen when we play well? Well, I don't know. We'll see. But I know this. What happened tonight will be a sad locker room on Saturday. And moving forward a few other times. Our margins are thin, man. We don't have much margin. I mean, who would have come in tonight? Who came in tonight thinking, oh, Doug's going to save them? Doug hadn't scored 16 points all month, probably. So we can't rely on that stuff all the time. I'm happy. I'm thrilled for Doug. But, you can't rely on that stuff. I did think our free throw shooting was good. That's a positive. We've gotten much better there. We've been consistent there. We've hit. Even the ones we missed went in and out. I think both of them went in and out. But, details matter. So I don't know what our ceiling is. I'm worried about getting better tomorrow, getting better on Friday, and seeing how we play against St. Bonaventure on Saturday. That's what I'm worried about. But I know what happened tonight happens on Saturday. Won't be good.
So your performance today as a team, school will be back in session. What grade would you give your team after this performance?
No, I don't know. I don't like to give grades. I was a teacher, so I guess I should be good at grading. But, very average. C's average. I guess we've lost track of that in our educational system, We give B's for average now because everybody wants A's and B's, and everything's out of whack. But a C is average, when we're not inflating grades. So I would say we were C minus, average to, slightly below. Of course, they don't give D's anymore. It's either C's or F's now in most school systems. Another topic.
Last one.
Coach, how many times did you look down at that bracelet tonight and think?
Not enough. I should have breathed a little bit more. I was ready to throw a chair when we gave up that out of bounds deal, but I didn't. I showed some self-containment, so that was good. But we got to understand. What you got to understand is, we're up 25 or whatever, and it doesn't matter. But people, they changed their baseline out of bounds scheme based off of what Richmond did. They hadn't slipped that stuff and been in that 1-4 low. They run a box gate play. They run a T set where they're trying to get these guys. They changed everything they did baseline out of bounds, going, we're going to pick on them. And they put everything out of the 1-4 low. And so other teams are going to do that. So we got to show we can guard that stuff so we can get teams back to running their regular stuff where we can really lock it up. Stuff matters. May not seem like it matters, but it really, really matters. But we did win. I don't want to rain on the parade or anything. We did win by 20, and we can all go pat ourselves on the back and go have pizza and sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya and all that stuff. But we did win by 20, so it beats the heck out of losing. But we better get going and play better.
Wednesday night in the league. It's a Wednesday night in the league, like you were saying the other night.
Yeah, but you got to play better. If we were on the road, it wouldn't have been this result. Thank goodness for our fans, our home court advantage, great PA announcer, all that sort of stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
That was powerful.